Howdy, everyone. I'm Jay,
And I'm Colin.
and this is Star Wars Conversations Mandalorian Spoiler Special.
Yeah.
So, Colin, Chapter 1 of The Mandalorian. We're a couple of days late with this, but that's just life.
That's life, man.
But I've watched it 5 times.
Have you?
Yes, I've watched it 5 times.
Wow.
And
Wow. That is dedication.
and
You liked it then?
yeah, okay, well, you know what? Yes, I did like it. Is one thing, yeah. But it's not without its faults. Did you like it firstly?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Well, look. So, firstly, apologies to everyone. I've got a bit of a pretty bad cough, so I'm eating a couple of lozenges as we go to try and avoid having a coughing fit. So I know that can be a bit annoying when you can hear someone, with a sweet in their mouth or something while they're talking. But
And I'm not going to edit this episode.
Yeah. So anyway, so we'll talk about spoilers about the episode. Let's start off with things that we liked and didn't like. I'm going to start off with the dislikes first because, to be honest, overall there's more likes. I've got little nitpicks here and there, so I'm going to hit those first. And in talking about that, there'll be a little bit of jumping around throughout the episode, a little bit towards the end and stuff like that. But if you're watching this, I can only assume that you've seen the episode already. If you haven't, don't watch this or don't listen to this, or because we're going to talk spoilers straight up, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, dislikes for me. One of the things, and to get to this dislike, I have to tell you a like, was when you first meet the main character, the Mandalorian, who has a name now. I don't know if you heard this spoiler wise. Have you heard this?
I didn't read it. I saw the post.
I won't say it then because it's not. I mean, Pedro Pascal revealed it, I think, by accident, but he just said it.
Is it Boba Fett?
No, it's not. But I'll leave that if you don't know it.
Is it someone we know?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
It don't really matter then, does it?
I know, but some people might not want to know his name.
Oh.
So, that you'll probably find that out as the story goes on.
I don't want to know his name.
You might find out as the story goes on. So anyway, when you first meet him, and, we have the first encounter, firstly, that alien at the beginning, the Mithril, was annoying, and he was very Star Trek.
He was very Star Trek, right? That's why I liked him.
But when you meet the Mandalorian in that bit, he's like, I can take you in warm, or I can take you in cold, and you see him like he's a bit of a badass and he's a silent type. And then when they get to the ship, and he puts him in the carbonite, this guy's like, he's a scary bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And then when they went to the bit where he was learning to ride the blurgs and he was getting flung off it and stuff like that,
he wasn't a scary bounty hunter then.
Well, because it made it funny, right? And I don't have a problem with that being a thing maybe further into the show as you got to know him more. But the introduction of the character, I liked it when he was this cold, ice cold bounty hunter, right through, and I think that they should have just kept that going a bit longer, a bit of in that dangerous mystique, whereas that kind of, because of how it is a bit slapstick, it took away from it a little bit. You know what I mean?
I think they needed to humanize him pretty quickly.
They did,
because he, someone who hasn't got a face.
Have it by him getting flung off a fucking horse and all that,
No.
But I mean, as I say, there's only a few little nitpicks I have. One of the other things that bugged me as I watched the show, and I'm hoping it's just because it's a pilot, and maybe they'll do this in later episodes, is I would have liked placeholders for the planets, because I didn't know where he was.
Yeah, I think that would have been nice.
It was like the first planet, okay, where's that? I don't know. And then when he went to the planet where the bounty hunter guild was, it didn't tell us where that was, but no one actually mentioned the name of the planet. So
yeah, it would be nice to know what planet they were on.
Yeah, and the thing with that was that, there was a lot on that planet. There was the Bounty Hunter Guild. There was Werner Herzog, the Imperial remnants, they were there, and also the Mandalorians were there. So there's a lot on that planet, and I know this and as I said, it is nitpicking, right? Like I liked, as you saw him walk through the town and stuff like that. However, when he goes to get the job from the Imperials, and then when he goes to the Mandalorians, it was literally like he walked around the corner, right? And they're all just there. And what I would have done probably is have something like, you see him walk a bit, and then maybe get a speeder, and then like in A New Hope, when Luke and 3PO are going to see the Tusken Raiders, when they're going to, and you have that little the cut where they're on the speeder going along, and then it cuts back, and then they get out of the speeder. Like I'd have done
not the bit like in the special edition when they go around and the thing climbs up the thing and falls off.
No, not that bit. Just the little cut where
I know what you mean.
Yeah, where they're just going on, just to show that they're travelling some distance. I'd maybe done that a little bit, just to sort of.
I would have got a fake background and got him to jog on the spot along it in front of it, and have all these different hills and pictures and stuff go past, just to give you that feeling of him going on a long journey. But
jogging.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? Like it felt
jog effect.
Like everything was very close by,
Yeah.
And it was, that made it quite small. I would have just liked to have that bit expanded. These are little nitpicks, as I say. Otherwise, it was good. The other thing was, and I've said recently about how, in the past I've been quite harsh on Dave Filoni, but I'm really warming up to him. And but I've said that before, right? There's been a few things he's done recently that I'm like, okay, starting to like where he's going.
In your eyes,
he's starting to redeem himself in my eyes. But you know what? Because this time this is his first attempt at live action, right? Now I heard this said by someone else on another podcast, but I agree with it, that as this was Jon Favreau's idea initially, he probably should have directed the first episode, the pilot episode.
Who's Jon Favreau?
Yeah. And this one is done by Dave Filoni. It's his first time doing live action, and there were parts of it that seem like an animated show, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it might just be like the angles or the way that something happens, or even like that Mithril at the beginning. He was the kind of character you could imagine would turn up in one of those cartoons, you know what I mean?
He was very cartoony.
Yeah, and even like when the Mandalorian crawls up to that ridge, and just the way that he looks around and he sees all the different Klaatu's and Niktos standing around, and it just had a little bit of a and even stuff with the blurgs with the horses, that part, it had little bits that felt like it would fit into an animated episode, However, overall, I think he did a really good job. I think it was a really good pilot episode to show. And I did notice a couple of mistakes in it.
Oh, what were they?
So when he puts the Mithril into the carbonite.
Yeah.
So the next scene is his ship flying down to the planet.
Mm.
He's already got his pauldron.
Right.
Right. So and he's got the new pauldron before he gets the pauldron.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
And he's got the new shiny helmet as well. And and also when he's calming down the blurgs, there's a scene where he puts his hand out, but he reverses, so all his armor swaps sides. So it swaps sides and then it swaps back, and I was like, huh. And I noticed its cape repairs itself as well, but me looking out for stuff, right?
Has he got the force when he's calming down the horse, he thinks?
I really hope not. I reckon it's Ezra under there. No, it's not. I really don't want them to make him a force user. Yeah. Well, we saw him as a youngster. We know who he is. We see him when he's a kid. But yeah, I mean, what about yourself? What were things that you maybe didn't like so much? Like, what were the low points for you, or the things that you would have liked to see done a bit different, or maybe you thought could have been better, or maybe didn't like this so much? Was there anything like that for you?
No, I mean, I've only watched it once, man. I think I thought it was a little bit slow at the beginning.
Okay.
Not slow. That's probably the wrong word. I just felt it was a little bit. I wanted to know what it was, and I was.
What was?
Well, I just wanted to get more of a feel for the character, and like you say, we didn't get much from him at the beginning, which again is quite cool. I wasn't. I didn't know that I needed to see the Mandalorian thing when he got the armor thing done this early in the game.
Like you didn't need to see the Mandalorians
Yeah,
themselves. Mm.
yeah. I think I'd rather that not have come into it straight away.
Mm.
But no, there wasn't. I mean, there wasn't any problems with it. I was surprised it was almost a one and done. That's what I was surprised by. I thought there isn't a sense of a bigger story yet.
Well, there kind of is with the end. But actually, a point you make there though is, I mean, well, firstly, I wasn't too happy with the length of it. I found it short, and I really wanted it to be like an hour long. But still, yeah, the Mandalorian.
Oh, the Yoda thing. Sorry.
Yeah. The Mandalorians was a weird thing because everyone goes on like, "Oh, you're Mandalorian. Is it true you guys don't take your helmets off?" Well, and it's like, go around the corner, dude. There's like 500 of them in there. They're all sitting around just chilling.
Well, the thing with that Yoda type baby thing, I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to carry on that story.
Well, it is. It is because of how it plays out. So, firstly, then this is where I said about the slapstick bit. Actually, this is where I meant to jump to. So when he was like this cold bounty hunter, he takes a guy in, puts him in the carbonite. He doesn't say much. He's a bit like dark, right? And then when it gets to the point where the Yoda creature's there, and IG-11 he says, "I will take him in alive," and he goes, "No, it says to bring him in dead." And he goes to shoot, and obviously he shoots IG-11 in the head, right? Mm-hmm. And then he looks at the baby and he puts his hand out to it. Now, what you know is going to happen is he's going to protect it, right?
Yeah.
And so the Imperial remnant's going to be like, "Hey, that's the bounty we want." This is going to start a journey. But this was where you got his moral compass, because if you didn't do all the slapstick,
no women, no
where
kids.
because you see the bit in the middle there, you kind of got the sense that he's quite a nice guy, right? If you never got that, then when it got to that point, then you'd be like, and this is who he is. Like, you get a feeling of, okay, there's a line. He's like, I'm not going to do this. And then you can start to develop his more human side from there. For me, because it's only one episode so far, Yeah. For me, you didn't need to go down that road so quick.
Well, did you want to know? Did you want to see the bit with his, when you see his parents and him? Did you like that bit, or did you not really want to see that yet either?
I didn't mind flashbacks because you didn't actually get the full flashback yet, because obviously it's the super battle droids and all that killed his family, right?
Yeah.
Because on the trailer they already showed that, and they actually had larger scenes that we didn't see in this, because you could see the battle droid properly in the trailer, but you couldn't see it here. So yeah, I didn't really have a problem with that, because it kind of shows that, and also with him going no droids throughout the thing, so you kind of understand why. I did like when he picks up IG-11 at the end, he goes, "You're not bad for a droid." He goes, "I agree." IG-11 was badass.
I loved him.
I loved seeing an IG droid fighting.
I was gutted when he got killed at the end.
Well, I'm hoping that he comes back.
What, when they fix him?
Yeah, either he gets fixed up and reprogrammed and becomes like one of the Mandalorian sidekicks, or he ends up going up against him. But I hope he ends up being a sidekick, because Cara Dune's coming into it.
Yeah, I was surprised she wasn't in it yet either.
Nah, she's going to be introduced further. Actually, I was surprised by Nick Nolte's character. I have spoken. And his name is Quill. But I was surprised by, he's on that planet. So is that it? Are we not going to see him again? And if IG-11 is dead, I'm a little bit sad that he's dead, because I was like, that was so cool.
Maybe IG-88 will come and revenge him.
Well, you see, IG-88, so we've only ever seen him just standing there in the background, right? So it's so cool to see a droid like this in live action. The shooting, the way his head moves, the way his body turns, and just simple things like there's a bit where they've just shot up the first bunch, and the Mandalorian's come around the corner and they started talking, and there's some dead bodies on the floor, and the way IG-11 steps over them and then flips his hips around to get over them, I was like, that was really cool. Just little touches like that,
that was cool,
make him extra cool, you know.
Look, I'll tell you one thing that did bug me actually. I don't like this idea that the Yoda babies are retarded until they're over 50.
Well, he just said that that they age at a different rate, and it makes sense considering Yoda was 900 years old. Well, it'll probably take them a good 50 to 100 years to sort of, I mean, even be a toddler.
I don't like that idea.
But why?
It doesn't make sense.
Of course it does.
No, it doesn't.
Of course it does.
Why would that growth be so stunted?
Well, because they live so long.
But turtles live a long time, don't they?
And
they still turn from a baby to an adult in the same amount of time.
Do they?
Yes.
How do you know?
I've seen a turtle before.
Have you spoken to a turtle?
I only the four that were eating my pizza the other day.
But you know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with that. We don't know, because you don't know. Maybe they get to a point and then they accelerate. But, no,
I don't like it.
I don't know. He had to. I like that they had that species in there, and actually, I had something before that said we might find out what that species are called in this, because that's never been officially released, right?
Is it Yoda's son?
Who knows who it is? I hope he's not related to Yoda in any way. Actually,
I hope he is. I hope he's Yoda's clone.
Because it makes everything small. It makes the whole galaxy small. So just having another one out there would just be better.
If he's Yoda's clone,
where's his parents?
Then he can fight the Emperor later in Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, I've actually heard quite a few people say things like that. And
really?
Yeah.
And not taking the pee like I am.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of different speculations and stuff like that out there,
Maybe it's the Emperor's clone.
Maybe
that's who the
he
Emperor
cloned
takes
himself
over.
and became one of those. He liked the look. Yeah. It was cool. The scene of Stormtroopers was cool. Also being cool is that they're all 501st Legion guys. That's a really good thing. All wearing FX armor, so that's now official.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many good bits throughout it. I mean,
I love the artwork at the end.
The artwork's beautiful at the end, and actually they had yesterday. Well, and every episode's gonna be different. Sweet. So yesterday, the El Capitan Theatre in LA, they had a cast and crew thing.
Oh.
You had the directors. So you've got is it Rick Fukuyawa is the next episode's director. Then you got Bryce Dallas Howard, and I can't remember. There's another woman. I can't remember her name, but. So they were all there with Dave Filoni, with Jon Favreau, and then with the main cast. And what they did is they showed the first 3 episodes to the crowd that were there.
Nice.
And I was going to make a point. I forgot what it was. It was something about what you just said. What did you just say?
I don't know what I said. I was asleep.
Well, but yeah.
Yeah. What?
So we've got one of the things that's good though is so when Cara Dune turns up, and I didn't realise this, so I had read an interview with Gina Carano, who plays her, and she'd mentioned about the armour that she's wearing and how Bryce Dallas Howard had a large input into how that armour would kind of look and fit, because obviously being a woman, so to make it comfortable, but also to allow her to sort of fight and everything like that. But then in this interview that they were having live, it actually turned out that Bryce Dallas Howard had a whole bunch of input into this character, and it's her character. This is what I was going to say. So the artwork at the end, Pedro Pascal said that when he went in for the interview for the job, there's this room just had all this artwork on the walls, and all that stuff from the end was all over the walls, and basically it was there sort of envisioning how the episodes were going to be.
A bit like the work that Ralph McQuarrie did to give them the vision. And
So I mean, when I was a kid, there was a Western show called High Chaparral that I used to watch. And the end credits of this remind me very much of that, because I always used to have some drawing artwork of like the cowboys and Indians and stuff like that playing. So yeah, each episode will get more, and hopefully I can pick up more off the internet like I did with the other ones and stick them on the group so people can have nice wallpapers.
Nice, man.
And yeah,
I'll
just add to that folder and just make it a folder of that nice artwork, you know.
That'd be lovely. What else did you like about it? Did you like the ships?
Yeah, I like the ships. I liked them. Firstly, I'd like to say one thing I found funny was how right at the beginning the Mandalorian gets the speeder driver killed. Because if he had taken the one with the droid, that guy wouldn't have been there. But because he didn't, he got fucking killed, which I thought was hilarious. That whole scene at the beginning was good. The way he got to see that Quarren got cut in half. Yeah, like because the doors are thick, right? So they're probably soundproof. But really, he'd just been outside screaming, like because you wouldn't be dead straight away if you got cut. But your guts are just sprawled everywhere. And you'd be like dying slowly and screaming. It would have been good if, like, when he took the Mythrol away, if they just had them walk out and the door open, he just like boots him out of the way or something. That'd be.
And he's like, I'm not dead. I'm just very badly burned.
Sorry.
Oh dear, Jay.
Oh, I've had this cold for a while and this cough just won't go away.
Maybe you should watch Mandalorian again. It might make you feel better.
I just watched it. So yeah, no, I mean, he'd have just been like cut in half, guts everywhere. What I liked a lot. I mean, I liked the Mandalorian's character. I liked the way that Pedro Pascal played the role and the way he delivered lines. And I mean, considering he's in that armor, you don't really see his face and anything. He did a great performance, letting you get a feel for the character just through the visor, you know. Dave Filoni was saying in that interview as well that the way that he moved, Pedro used the top of the visor as if it's the brim of a hat. So the way he tilts his head and stuff as if he'd be looking under the brim of a hat if he was a cowboy, which is quite cool. Like the guns.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah. I liked when you saw the Bounty Hunter Guild. Obviously, getting to the Grief Karga, Carl Weathers' character. Little interaction there. I liked how they mentioned the Mon Calamari credits. So there's just all of it was good. I mean, the standoff with the stormtroopers was cool. Werner Herzog was really cool, like the way he delivered his lines, ice cold. You know, you knew he was an Imperial.
It's the matey boy who plays his doctor bloke. He's not. Was he in Rogue One?
No.
He looks like the bloke from Rogue One.
You think he was the pilot?
Not the pilot.
Oh.
There's another character in there that he looks like. But I can't remember his name.
No, I don't think he was in Rogue One. I might be wrong. Let me have a look. I'm on IMDb right now.
No, I'm probably not. Probably me dreaming it. I'm sure he looks like someone that was in Rogue One.
No, I don't think he's in Rogue One. No, he wasn't. But
what am I thinking? He must have been in something else then. What else is he in?
He looked very familiar to me.
He's definitely been in something else.
I like that Taika Waititi did the voice of IG-11. He's also one of the directors of this.
Yeah, I must admit, I forgot he did the voice of it, and it wasn't until the end credits.
He did it so well, right?
Yeah.
He didn't sound anything like him.
I want him to sound like whatever his name is. That would have been good.
Well, I know, I liked how he made him sound. And then I thought to myself, so, you know, as their production droids, is that what IG-88 voice is like?
Well, probably.
Well, it's probably the same, yeah? Yeah, I mean, all round, I thought it was a good episode. I liked the shootout with all the Nixies. I liked how he jumped, how he used his grappling hook to pull the gun and then got onto it.
I think I need to
Obviously,
rewatch it, man.
obviously, I have spoken is now the new catchphrase. Um, I did wonder when the Mandalorian got attacked by the Blurgs. The first thing that happens is he shoots his flamethrower, and then I thought to myself, well, how does that work then? Because there's no tubes coming out of his arms like Boba Fett, and I'm pretty sure Boba Fett's flamethrower is powered by his rocket pack, right? So I'm like, so how's he doing that then? Anyway,
well, it is a bit time later, you know, a brand new one.
Technology's a bit better, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, those 5 years. Yeah, so you know, and then obviously the way it played out, like to the end, I think that sets it up for the future episodes. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. I mean, all about yourself, what are some of your favourite parts?
Yeah, I like all of it, man. I really like the beginning. Yeah, I mean, it went so quick.
It was very short.
I mean, the highlight was the fight with IG-88 in the shootout. That was just
that was awesome.
Phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. And I like how IG-88 kept on going, I'll initiate self-destruct.
Yeah.
Like, don't self-destruct. What are you doing? No, don't. and then like they're very quick to give up those bounty droids, right? Yeah. It's like, no, we're pinned down. I've got to self-destruct. Don't self-destruct. And it happened like 3 or 4 times. And it's just like, dude,
we had this little red bit out
standing right next to you, right? Don't self-destruct. But yeah, I mean that was a cool fight. It was good to see.
That was cool.
I'm interested to know because this is the pilot, and this was probably a hey, look, we can do.
But I don't know if it was done like a pilot because they knew they were getting it. It wasn't like, oh, we're going to do this one episode, show it to a network and see.
Well, but they would have still had to show what they can do. Before anything's greenlit, there has to be proof that you can do it, and so they would have had to show the bosses at Disney what they can do. I reckon the next episode will be a lot more polished.
I honestly don't. I think it's going to be the same standard all the way through, because I think that it was made as one big thing.
No, I think it's going to be more polished.
I don't.
I do. And they're already filming season 2 now. They're working on it at the moment.
Good.
So we know that's coming.
It's going to cross over with Obi-Wan.
Nah. Different time. But also...
They're going to go in the time machine thing.
Although, do you think... Now, this is something, right? Obviously with Dave Filoni involved as well. And someone that would fit into this. Cad Bane.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Do you think we'll get to see Cad Bane in this? Because as they've already established, different races age differently.
Well, does he's
a Duros. We don't know what his age rate is, right? But I would love to see that because Cad Bane fits so well into this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That would be a cool thing to see.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And they can do the Duros characters because they've done them before.
No, I'd like that. That'd be good, man.
It really would. So I feel like this might be in the wrong time to do this, chat, because you're half asleep.
I am a bit tired.
So should we wrap it up then?
Yeah, I think we just wanted to get it out and say we loved it. And we'll talk more about the second one next week.
Yeah, or maybe sooner if we can.
Probably sooner.
Try and fit it in this weekend.
We can do it Sunday night.
Okay, so it comes out tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm itching to see this next episode.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be wicked.
Poor old Ange. We
had to watch it 10 times.
No. She's tried to watch it twice and she's fallen asleep both times. Because it's late. She's been busy all day, so we put it on, and then she gets to the same point and she's out. And I'm like, and she's like, I really, really want to watch this. And you know how it is when you're tired and you want to watch something. That's the one where you fall asleep, right?
Yeah, man.
And what she really liked. Just one other thing I want to point out is the music in it I really like. Like the music is so fitting. Like the Western music works so well. And interestingly enough, with Carl Weathers being Apollo Creed and being in this, well, Ludwig Göransson, who done the music, also did the music for Creed.
What a little coincidence.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's cool too. But yeah, so I think the music fits really well. There's a couple of bits where maybe not so great, but overall I really like that. I really like the theme tune as well. Like Mandalorian's music, that's good. That works well. Cool.
It was a good little episode, boy.
Right, okay. So we're going to finish up there.
Yeah.
Hope you all enjoyed our very short discussion about the first chapter of The Mandalorian.
I enjoyed it, Shane.
And there'll be another episode coming. So as we said, we'll speak to you soon. If you want to check out more Star Wars news and chat, go to our group we all started, Star Wars Conversations. Find us on Twitter, on Instagram, at Star Wars Convo, and all the different places where you can get your podcasts. You can find us on there, and the TaylorNetwork of podcasts. It's a good place to start, where there's a whole bunch of different exciting podcasts, something for everybody's tastes and needs. So that's it, and until next time,
punch it, Chewie.
May the Force be with you.